Close your eyes for a moment and think about the last time you said yes when every cell in your body was screaming no. Do you remember that cold sinking feeling in your stomach? That sudden rush of adrenaline as if you were standing on the edge of a cliff? Most of us have been taught that this is called being a good person. We are told that self-sacrifice is the ultimate virtue. But in the cold, honest light of Axiora, let's strip away the masks. This isn't kindness. It's a survival strategy. It's not a gift you're giving to others. It's a ransom you're paying to stay safe. You are terrified that if you show your true boundaries, the world will stop loving you. You're afraid that the moment you become inconvenient, you will become invisible. Every yes you force out is a brick in the wall of a prison you are building for yourself. Today, we aren't just talking about boundaries. We're talking about reclaiming your right to exist without apology. Why is no the heaviest word in the human language? To understand this, we must look at the blueprint of your brain. Thousands of years ago, being cast out of the tribe meant certain death. Isolation was the ultimate predator, but for many of you, this survival instinct was hijacked in childhood. If you grew up in an environment where love was conditional, where you only felt safe when you were making someone else happy, your brain developed what psychologists call the Fawn Response. When you sense tension, when you feel a conflict brewing, your nervous system doesn't choose to fight or flee. It chooses to please. You become a chameleon, shifting your colors to match the expectations of the room. You become so good at anticipating other people's needs that you lose the ability to feel your own. You aren't nice. You are hyper-vigilant. You are scanning for danger in the eyes of everyone you meet, and you think the only way to stay safe is to never be a burden. But a life spent avoiding being a burden is a life spent being a ghost. There is a hidden cost to your silence. It's called resentment. Resentment is the poison you swallow while hoping the other person will understand your sacrifice. But they won't. People cannot respect boundaries that do not exist. When you don't say no, you aren't saving the relationship. You are slowly murdering it. You are filling the space between you and the other person with lies. Think about it. Every yes that comes from a place of fear is a lie. You are pretending to be willing when you are actually resentful. You are pretending to be happy when you are actually exhausted. This is the architecture of modern slavery, where the chains aren't made of iron, but of social obligations and politeness. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." But how can you find what is within yourself if your entire internal world is crowded with the demands of others? You have become a landlord who gives away all the rooms in his house for free, only to find himself sleeping in the cold on his own porch. How do we break the breakout? How do we find the courage to be the villain in someone else's story? It starts with the Stoic realization that you are only responsible for your intentions and your actions, not for the reactions of others. If you say no with respect and honesty, and the other person reacts with anger or manipulation, that is their reflection, not yours. Their disappointment is not your debt to pay. True freedom begins the moment you accept the possibility of being disliked. This is what the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche meant by the will to power. Not power over others, but power over your own yes and your own no. You must learn to sit with the discomfort of someone else's disappointment. It will feel like fire at first. your heart will race, your palms will sweat. But that fire is not burning you, it is refining you. It is burning away the people pleaser to reveal the self. A no is not a wall, it is a door. It is a door that keeps the wrong things out so the right things can finally have room to breathe. When you start saying no to the things that drain your soul, you are finally giving a resounding yes to your own life. You are saying yes to your health, yes to your peace, and yes to the version of you that has been buried under a mountain of expectations for years. The people who truly love you will respect your no. The people who only love your usefulness will disappear. Let them. Their departure is the greatest gift your no will ever give you. Today, Axiora asks you to perform an act of rebellion. Find one thing today, just one, that you don't want to do, and say no. Don't explain it. Don't justify it with a long story. Just say, I'm not able to do that right in T. Or, that doesn't work for me. Watch the silence that follows. That silence is the sound of your own soul finally being heard. The awakening continues. And this time you aren't just watching, you are breaking out.